yeah, it's a disappointment, of course. Every time you lose, especially especially in a club like Arsenal, it will be a disappointing experience. But I think the mood is still great. You know, we're in a great position, both in the Premier League and in the Champions League, and also the domestic cups. So looking at like a bigger perspective, everything's good.
The manager is always very complimentary about you in terms of your leadership and experience. So what have you made of your role in the squad this season?
Yeah, it's been a fantastic experience for me so far this season. I would have obviously loved to play more minutes, but the minutes that I've had so far I've really enjoyed. Also in the competition we're playing in tomorrow, I had a few games, and for me it's the first run in the Champions League, so it's been amazing. And even though I'm not playing as much, I still try to contribute with everything I can around the group.
What's the main difference you found playing in the Champions League?
The ball. No, not only the ball, of course. It's an iconic tournament, so everything around it, the anthem before the game starts, it's just special. It's something you grew up watching as a child. You have so many memorable moments. So for me also, the likes of trying to play against other clubs and only English club is an amazing experience.
We'll go to Chris just then.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
You need the mic.
So I think Zubimendi recently said in an interview that you're the best trainer at the club and you keep your standards really high. But I was wondering, when you're out of the team or not starting as many games as you'd like to, how do you manage to keep those standards so high?
I think because I do it for myself. I do it. I don't do it to get closer to the team or necessarily to be a better football player. I do it because I feel better as a human being, and that should not be affected by whether I start or I'm on the bench. So it's probably more like doing things that I know that are good for me, and yeah, of course that will then be reflected in being professional, you know, being disciplined, and I try to be very consistent whether I'm in or out the team.
Has it been hard to get used to? Because I think by this stage last season, I think you played or started 20 out of Brentford's 23 games in the Premier League. You haven't got that start yet for Arsenal. So has it been difficult?
Not that difficult. I knew that it would be a different role here than I had at Brentford, and I've tried to embrace it as much as possible. Of course, I do feel some sort of frustration when I don't play, but I think that's really, really normal. And it's about how do you change that frustration to a positive energy that you could then transmit to your teammates or transmit in training to try and improve or try and show the manager that he can give me more minutes than I've had so far.
Because there has been speculation. I guess January there always brings around that speculation. Ajax is a club that's been mentioned. Has there been any thought in your mind of maybe leaving the club or speaking to Mikel about the minutes that you're getting?
No, I'm really, really happy here, and the messages I get from the club is that they're really happy with me here as well. So for me, it's a mutual relationship that right now is working really good, and it's a development. It's a learning curve for me as well. I need to also improve and show that the tactics that Mikel is showing, that I'm getting that under my skin. And I think now I've felt and seen the last couple of games that I played, both in the Champions League and in the Carabao Cup, there's been a good improvement. So hopefully coming into the last part of the season, I can also contribute more on the pitch.
Tom?
Hi, Christian.
Hi.
There's a kind of growing Scandinavian group of players at the club now, yourself and then Martin and then Victor, of course, as well. How is that dynamic helped the group, and do you spend more time with those players because of maybe that cultural familiarity as well?
Yeah, for us it's a great dynamic to have. I come from a club where there was a lot of Scandinavians and a lot of Danish players and Danish staff. We even had a Danish sports director when I first joined Brentford. So to have a few Scandinavians guys here is brilliant. We often sit and have lunch together or dinner before games at a hotel, and we speak our own languages, which is fun, and the other ones obviously don't understand anything of it. But it's good for us to have that Nordic chemistry. So yeah, hopefully the club will keep recruiting more Scandinavian players.
And at the start of the season, when you did your media day and you had to pronounce your name, there's a famous, quite a viral clip went around actually, where you pronounced your name differently last season compared to this season.
did
I don't know
I?
if you were aware of that.
No, I didn't.
Do you want to put it to bed and tell people how you pronounce your name?
So I have pronounced my name 2 different ways, or in like beginning of last season and beginning of this season. Okay. So I think I probably pronounced it in an English way and then in a Danish way. So Christian Nørgaard would be the English way, and then Christian Nørgaard would be the Danish way.
Right, gotcha.
So I don't think
appreciate you putting that
I've
to
made
bed.
2 different Danish ones. Then that's on me then, if so.
No problem.
We'll go just behind you and then come back up to it.
Hi, Christian. It's such a strong squad, and the aim is to win every trophy possible. How has that affected your mentality as an individual?
Yeah, it's about the standards. It's about the demands that are set from the coaching staff, of course, but also among the players. Yeah, going back to the minutes, everyone wants to play more minutes, but it's a big squad. It's a squad full of quality, and I think coming towards the end of the season, it's exactly what we need if we want to compete in all of the tournaments.
And your role has been bigger in the cup competitions in comparison to the league. How do you mentally prepare for those games, especially as they are knockout games?
Your
role has been bigger in the cup
yeah.
competitions in comparison to the league.
Yeah.
How do you mentally prepare for those games as they've been knockout games more often?
Yeah, I've taken a few penalties before the game, but I think going into the game, it's been more or less the same preparation I would have had for any other game. But you're right, when you play the game, you know what's at stake, and that will be the same now in the Champions League, going into the knockout phase again.
Come to the front there too.
Yeah.
Hi, Christian. You've obviously it's been a bit frustrating for you. I mean, is this something you've spoken to the manager about, having not started a Premier League game? And do you think that you've still got a big role to play in terms of the Premier League for the rest of the season?
Hopefully I have. It's not like a daily frustration I have, to be honest. Like, I'm just making it clear that I want to play more minutes like any other player would in my situation. But it's not been a daily frustration for me, and I feel like I have really good communication with the manager, and he's being really honest with me, and I feel that he's happy with my role here, and I think coming towards the end of the season, hopefully we will also need the whole squad, and I'm sure I can play a role as well in the last part of the Premier League. Yeah.
Thanks. And I've heard an interview with you at the start of the season that your grandmother keeps a scrapbook. Like every year, she does a scrapbook of all your achievements. What do you think it would mean, if you could win, a few trophies the season in the scrapbook?
That would obviously be icing on the cake. It's fantastic. It's the best Christmas present I get every year. So my grandma, she collects all sort of different articles from different papers during the year, and she's done that for 9 years running now. So I have like a big stack of scrapbooks at home, and it's the whole family sits around that scrapbook at Christmas Eve, and it's a very special moment for me and my family, and hopefully also when my boys growing up, they will look at these scrapbooks and see that Daddy was alright at football.
We'll go along the lines of Bert and that, and then to James.
Hi, Christian.
Hey.
Do you feel like the players are more relaxed and sort of able to play with more freedom in the Champions League and the cup competitions compared to the Premier League, where the sort of pressure and scrutiny feels so intense at the moment?
I don't think so. I think we should play every game in the same way. I think that could then quickly change again, because now coming into the stages that we're in the Champions League will also be on edge and be a matter of winning or losing, you're in or out. So I don't think so. I think you can easily judge maybe after one game or two games. I think, again, looking at the whole season, in all of the competition, we've looked really fluid, we've looked really good, we've looked like we have weapons all over the pitch we can use. So I think it's a bit early to analyse that way after the weekend at least.
And in terms of competition, obviously competing with Rice and Supermendi for minutes, how difficult is that? It's probably not many people in Europe have it as difficult as you do.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's some fantastic players, and it's of course it's honestly like it's a joy coming in every day. You train with this player of this quality, but it's also a good feeling to see and feel like you're a part of it. You can actually play on this level, and I've been confirmed in that this season. And now it's just about being patient, being hardworking, and hopefully more chances will come.
Hi, Christian.
Hi.
Mikel's got such a big squad now that it feels like every game he's going to have to leave 2 or 3 players, sometimes even off the bench, senior players at that. Obviously, you were in that position on Sunday. I just wondered, what's it like for you watching a game, watching your teammates suffer in a game as well, losing, but not being able to impact that? What's that experience like?
Yeah, you're bang on there. I think that's the hard part, is that you can't feel you feel a little bit helpless in that situation, because you sit there in the stands and you can't really help the team. Yeah, I don't think it's his favorite part of his job to leave players out of the squad, but unfortunately, with the amount of players we have and the quality we have, that's a decision he will have to make for every game, as long as every player is fit. I would say, though, that majority of this season has not been the case because of the amount of games we play and with the intensity. But the medical staff is doing an amazing job now as well to keep everyone fit and available. And therefore, the manager will have some tough decisions to make. But it's all part of it. We all have to embrace it. And like I said, we need the full squad if we want to compete in all of the tournaments.
And we've seen you in a couple of different positions this season, obviously holding midfield, but also playing centre-half. How's that been for you? Do you find, are you as comfortable playing that position, or is it a bit of an adaptation?
The first game against Bruges, of course, before the game, I was maybe a little bit nervous about playing that role, but the game went really well, and then coming into the Portsmouth game, everything felt a little bit more natural. So yeah, I think it's good to be versatile and be able to play multiple positions. So yeah, if there's an open spot as a centre half, I'm happy to take that as well.
We'll do the last couple over here. Sorry, just pass it along to Sam.
Hi, Christian.
Hi.
In recent weeks and months, there's been a lot made about who should actually be the captain at Arsenal. Obviously, Martin Nørgaard, your fellow Scandinavian, is the captain right now. What qualities does he bring to the table as a captain, which we might not see away from the pitch?
Martin is an unbelievable guy, a fantastic guy around the change room. Is really well liked, well respected by everyone at the club. Talking about discipline and standards, professionalism, he's also one of them who walks the walk. And so for me, the armband could not sit on a better person than him. So I don't know where that speculation come from, of course. And like, captains wear different capes, where it comes in different shades and shapes. And Martin is one of them. I was another one in Brentford. Someone is a completely different captain. I don't think. I think you can be a very different type of captain and still be a very good one.
And in terms of the game on Sunday, one notable aspect was the crowd anxiety around the game. There was some boos, there's a lot of anxiousness around, probably because of that desire to get silverware this season. Does that translate to the players at all? Can you feel that in the stadium?
I think mostly when you're on the pitch or you're on the bench, you're so focused on what's going on the pitch that you maybe not really sense it in the same way. But I've never been in a football club where the home crowd was not really happy if the team was not winning. It's normal. It's a normal feeling and emotion to show. I think when you're down or not winning, it's a natural emotion to try and get the team going. And it's a mutual relationship. We need to put as much energy on the pitch as possible to transmit to the fans, and the other way around. It's like a partnership you have to embrace when you're at the stadium. I think we've had some amazing games this season where Emirates has been rocking. So hopefully, you can keep that going for the rest of the season.
Cool. We'll end it here, guys.
Thank you.